So tonight is tonight. I'm gonna review some of my secrets that I've had, or I would say routines I've picked up while living on the road. Like, for example, last year I drove over 40,000 miles in a single year, and I spent less than $1,000 charging. And I'm gonna talk about how I find the free charging, how I make sure that I'm safe at night. If this is the first time we've met, my name is Sandro, and this is my YouTube channel, Everyday Sandro, where I basically fully converted my Tesla Model X into a little tiny home on wheels, well, fat home. So this piece right here is the J1772 adapter, or Tesla's universal adapter that you get standard with your Tesla. And this is that typical EV charging port, and then it plugs in right here. So this thing right here, we call it the anti-Karen lock, so nobody can unplug you, because this is a non-Tesla adapter. Essentially, at night somebody can unplug you, which has happened to me. In Canada, yeah, they're ruthless there. It's charging, awesome. And if you see, that runs through there. This is the juice box right here, public charging. And there is a Tesla destination charger right here as well on the other side. Unplug this and put the Tesla adapter in here. So the first thing I always do is I lock the car, which seems kind of silly, but that's the first thing I do. And I always pull up my cameras so I can see kind of what's around me. So if somebody approaches my car while I'm getting ready for bed, I can definitely see it for sure. And now let's set up the privacy screens that I put up, where it kind of separates the cabin from the rear where I'm sleeping. Alright, so what is super nice about the mattress I have right here is, one, it's very thick. Right, so I think it's about 3 to 4 centimeters. 2, the plastic headboard, so when you're laying here, you actually have a bit of an extension. I'm not the tallest guy, but for tall people, this is very convenient to have. So I bought new little rubber suction cups, half cups like this. So these would stick against the glass, like up here. And if you can see, that is essentially my curtain to the front of my car. If you were to come to the outside, see here, if you look inside, you can see the main cabin. But here, you don't see anything. Okay, so the final thing that I do before I go to bed is depending where I am. So right now I'm in a city, so I do not enable camping mode. I actually keep climate on in a way where sentry mode stays on, which is essentially a 360 degrees like eyesight for me at night. It's constantly looping, so somebody gets near my car, it will alert me. I did not come up with this. This was discovered by my friend Jimmy, who showed me this like last year when I was in Canada visiting him. So you have to do it in this specific order. So first thing first, instead of camp mode, we're gonna do keep climate on right here and disable auto like this, like that. So the next step is to disable Bluetooth right here, right? Not from the main menu like this. And then now the car doesn't detect your phone anymore, so it thinks you have walked away. And then in about like 10 minutes or so, the car will fully lock, but it'll keep climate on. So for those who are wondering, this is my little O light, which whenever the car shuts off with keep climbing on, this little dome light right here will turn off. That's shining right here, and then I'll keep this on to read my book, which I'm gonna do right now. And this book's really talk about, it's not necessarily about making huge wins and trying to time the market and none of that. It's more about the relationship with money, like how you behave dictates more than anything how wealthy you're gonna be in life. So first thing first when I wake up is I text my girlfriend, good morning, and then I put the Bluetooth back on my phone, and then I go back in the Tesla app essentially, and I unlock the car through there, right? So now the car is unlocked. I can get out, because if I were to get out before I unlock the car, the alarm would go off, and been there, done that. That's not a fun thing to wake up to in the morning, especially if you're trying to stealth camp like what I'm trying to do right now. So to find the free charging, I have a cluster of apps called Juice. So I have Juice to essentially allow me to connect to different charging networks, but I find the free charging points using Plugshare. So in there, you can filter through different filters. Free, like you can find like third-party charging that has camping, near hiking, near grocery stores. There's all these little things that you can do. My favorite one is free. And then off there, what I usually do is once I've clicked free, I zoom out of the map and I look at the different charging stations. Based off people's reviews and check-ins, I'm able to see up to date what the charging experience is like. A lot of people would put like, hey, busy street, or charging don't work. Oops. Yeah, but that's kind of how I pretty much traveled all throughout the United States and paying very little money for gas expenditures. I mean, it did limit me to like about 300 to 600 miles per day when I wanted to travel a long distance. But on the other hand, it's definitely the way I prefer to travel, just lower my overall costs. And just having an electric car, if I had to pay for charging, it's about 20% of the cost versus paying it with gas, right? Along those lines. But if you're new to this channel, my name is Sandro. I've driven my Tesla pretty much to every state except for Hawaii. And if you want to find out how I made my way up to Hawaii, this video is for here. And don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.